Touchdown.
Move that John in
Hello,
place. Yeah.
everybody. Sorry
AKG.
about that. I had to move my
AKG.
mic. Welcome, everybody, to the Northeast Ohio Sports Show on the Doodle channel. This is episode 40, Big 4-0 here. It's currently January 22nd, 2026. Starring me, Liam, my good friend, cousin, Hunter.
Big cuz, big friend. We out here at the mat. Life is good until this weekend.
Yeah, this cold ain't gonna
Stay
be
warm.
fun. Not at all. All right, we'll go right into it. We're going to a funny, not so funny topic. Was about NFL fans wildly mocking the 49ers pregame dance after their blowout loss over past week. One of the most talked about funny moments in U.S. sports didn't come from a play on the field, but what happened before the game even started. San Francisco 49ers entered a matchup with a highly choreographed, high-energy pregame dance in a tunnel entrance, complete with loud music, swagger, and the kind of confidence usually reserved for teams expecting to dominate. Players were hyped, vibes were loud, and the moment was clearly designed to send a message. However, that message didn't age very well. It aged like milk. So that's interesting. Funny to see. Once the game kicked off, things went south quickly. San Francisco was blown out, struggled on both sides of the ball, never looked competitive, believed they had a bunch of injuries as well. So final whistle blew. Social media did what it did best. Clips of a pregame dance were posted everywhere, now paired with sarcastic captions like acting like this before losing by double digits. Pre-game Super Bowl, post-game disaster, which is funny to see. And we'll be talking about that game here in a bit as well. Because we could talk about that too, actually, real quick. Is what they lost to Seattle Seahawks, 41-6. It was the most lopsided result of a weekend. Seahawks asserted themselves as a major contender to reach the Super Bowl. From opening the kid off, Seattle set the tone. Who's this? Rashad Shaheed returned the first play for a 95-yard touchdown.
Shaheed. He's Shaheed.
That's
was
crazy.
Traded from New Orleans there.
Interesting. Seattle's rushing attacks with Kenneth Walker rushing for 116 yards and 3 touchdowns, tying a franchise playoff record, probably with beast mode. Seattle's defense also excelled, forcing multiple turnovers and sifting Brock Purdy and the 49ers offense throughout the afternoon. Purdy finished with modest numbers and was frequently pressured in the pocket. Did you watch that game?
Sam Darnold. I only watched about half of it. You really only had to watch that much. About Sammy D. Sam Darnold gets his first playoff win. Another domino for that 2018 class falls. Don't think Josh Rosen's ever getting his, but it's the Sam Darnold stuff is just crazy.
Where does Josh Rosen play?
McDonald's.
Good for him.
He is not the last. He was on our practice squad and he got cut. That was the last anybody said. Yep. For the team that he said he didn't want to get drafted by.
I thought he got picked by the Cardinals though, right? Am I high?
He's drafted by the Cardinals, and then he got one season, and then they drafted Kyler after that immediately.
And I thought they let Josh go, but Kyler's always been hurt, right?
He had, but Rosen was pretty much out of the NFL after that. He's been on a couple of practice squads, but yeah, he was the biggest bust of that first round group. Thought it was really going to be Darnold.
We did too. And everyone thought it was Baker once the Browns got him. What's something crazy to me though, I really want Arizona to do well with Kyler Murray and Harrison Jr. But we'll have to see. They both get hurt a lot, it seems. So
yeah, there's rumblings there that Kyler's not even going to come back. I don't know who they're going to run with.
Do you have to draft someone?
Possibly. I don't know where their pick is. I know they had Jacoby play a majority of the season, and they're looking to either trade Kyler or have him restructure and cut all together. It's a very bad time for them to move on. He's in the thick of his extension. So that dead money, that's the biggest killer.
Yeah.
You cut him, you lose all that. You can't get a team to take that in because come on, he's hurt, and when he's not playing well.
Yeah, he wasn't like what Skip Bayless thought he was gonna be. He wasn't Baker Mayfield.
No one ever is what Skip Bayless thinks they're going to be, unfortunately. If Skip Bayless endorses you, that is a huge red flag for your career. You need to do something to change that.
Johnny Manziel is going to be bigger in Cleveland than LeBron James. Remember that one?
That's his best take of all time. He hasn't had a better one.
Freezing cold take. Other NFL playing games, AFC divisional playoffs, was the Broncos beat the Bills by 3 points, 33-30 in overtime. Great game. Denver winning on a Will Lutz 23-yard field goal in OT. The Broncos had overcome early miscues, including a red zone fumble that could have swung momentum in Buffalo's favor. The Bills' defense played well at times, but key penalties and Denver's resilience kept the game close through all 4 quarters. Quarterback Bo Nix, however, suffered a season-ending ankle injury late in the game. Early reports he will undergo surgery, leaving Denver turn to backup Jarrett Stidham. Stidham?
Good old Jarrett Stidham.
Moving forward. They ain't going to win that game against New England. Next game we're going over.
It's going to be a fucking swamping. It's going to be so bad. If you have not seen Jarrett Stidham play, well, you're in for a treat.
Just watch the game; it'll be fun. Then for the
NFC, Buffalo though.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you're good.
Had a complete meltdown over this loss. They fired McDermott. They had their owner and their GM do a "it's not our fault" press conference. They threw Keon Coleman under the bus. They threw McDermott under the bus. Like this, it's a bit of an overreaction. I know there's no Mahomes, there's no Lamar, there's no Burrow in the playoffs. This is the weakest roster that Josh has had to work with, and he still almost made an AFC title game. I don't know what they're going to do.
Yeah, Denver was having a good year. You know what I mean? If Bo Nix didn't get hurt until the end of the game, I don't know. You don't need a clean house like that, but
that's what you're throwing it up, season on the line. They're throwing it to Brandon Cooks. That should tell you exactly what's wrong with that receiver room. If Brandon Cooks' old ass could have survived the ground with the ball, we might be talking about a different story here. But come on now. You need to get that man some help there in Buffalo.
Agreed. And then we have I'll read that one. We have the NFC divisional. The Rams beat the Bears by 3, 20-17. Another overtime matchup, which was good to see. The game was defined by back-and-forth momentum and clutch performances down the stretch. The Bears, a lower seed that played inspired football, forced the game into overtime. And it looked like they might pull off the upset. I was hoping they would. However, OT, the Rams made a critical defensive play and set up a game-winning field goal. The narrow victory earns the Rams trips to the NFC Championship game against the Seahawks. It will be a high-stakes matchup, trip to the Super Bowl. Did you watch that one? Oh, we were talking about that one, and Matt Stafford.
Oh, yeah. Caleb Williams might not own one, but 2 of the greatest throws in playoff history in back-to-back weeks. The one against the Packers, where he's sort of rolling left and falling backwards on a 4th down and manages to get it right in the hands. I don't know if it was Dobbs or Golden. And then that play on 4th down, that's something you see in Madden. There's only maybe 2 other guys in the whole league that could make that throw. And it was utter insanity. It's crazy to watch. I don't know how that ball got all the way to the back, and I don't know how Cole Kmet was that open either.
Yeah, it was crazy. I'm really excited to see how he develops and how better the Bears get throughout the years.
Oh, yeah. The Iceman. Dubbed the Iceman this year. And I think they could run away with that division next year. Much like they did this year.
True. Unless the Packers get their stuff together, it's going to be hard for them not to.
They got a few ACLs to repair to help them out.
Then the last game, we have the AFC Divisional Playoff. New England Patriots beat the Texans 28-16. Defense was the story early of turnovers mounted. The game featured 8 total turnovers within the first 40 minutes, which is chaotic. New England capitalized on Houston's mistakes. Marcus Jones returned an interception for a touchdown, and Carlton Davis added multiple picks. Holy crap. Patriots quarterback Drake May threw 3 touchdown passes, including a notable connection, with wide receiver Kayshon Buitt for
Kayshon
Booty. I guess that's kind of how you say it. For a key score to help break the game open. The Texans, meanwhile, struggled to maintain offensive consistency. Quarterback C.J. Stroud was under heavy pressure and finished the game with 4 interceptions. Holy crap, that Ohio State offense getting to him. PTSD.
Oh, yeah.
Houston's aspirations of reaching the first Super Bowl fell early. What are you going to say? Sorry, Coach.
Just, I keep asking what happened to C.J. Stroud, and then I remember where he went to school. He was great his rookie year for the sole purpose of knocking us out of the playoffs, and now he's playing like an Ohio State quarterback. Interesting note there.
He definitely had a consistent season, but not too well in the playoffs, and it's weird. Like, going into it, I thought that game would be a little bit closer. I thought the Texans could have held their own, but nope, not against New England.
You get a dome team traveling to New England in January.
That is true.
And that stadium has that history. Brady kept doing it. I don't know. Drake May looks a lot better than I thought he would be. And let's never forget Mike Vrabel was walking around the Browns building doing nothing all of last year. And now he's coaching a team that's probably going to be in the Super Bowl.
Typical Browns. All right, so for AFC Championship game, we have New England hosting Denver Broncos. Denver will be without Bo Nix, and we're going to get heavily stomped. You're going to go with New England that game? Huh?
Yeah.
What do you think the spread's going to be?
-14. I put my rent on the Pats if I could.
Yeah, I would say -14. Might even be -21. I won't even lie. We'd have to see.
Say -14, -14.5. They're still going to give the Broncos a slight chance for their defense, but they should have called Super Cam. Have Cam Newton suit up for another game.
I saw people talking about that and how someone said their backup quarterback, who's now the starter, is better than Cam. So I don't know about that one.
Cam Newton probably said that.
In the NFC, the Seattle Seahawks will host LA Rams, renewing the NFC West rivalry with a trip to the Super Bowl at stake. Who do you think's going to win that one?
It's tough to tell. Stafford's the one who knocked Darnold out of the playoffs in Minnesota last year. But I don't know. Stafford's been having a few cracks in the armor lately. First round, now up to here. But I'm going to go LA. I feel like I don't know. That's a tough one to pick, but I'm going to go LA. Specifically with these very, very bright lights, I like Stafford here.
Yeah. I think it's going to be in Seattle. If their defense could really come up, I think they'll probably win by 3 points. Maybe give a 4.5. Maybe a little bit more.
Yeah, there's two very different ways that these teams have to win. If you're the Rams, you got to have Matthew Stafford dishing it to Devontae and Puka Nacua, my boy Puka Shells. They got to pass it. And then Seattle's got to get Kenneth Walker running again. They're not going to have Charbonnet. Now he's done for the year. So it's going to be interesting. And it's a divisional game, so that adds another layer.
Yeah. Agreed. It'll be interesting. I'm excited to see who will be going to what's the Super Bowl? LX? What Super Bowl is this?
60.
60. Let's go. All right. What else we got? Got college football. We have a championship that was held at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens, Florida last Monday. Ranked number 1, Indiana Hoosiers faced number 10, Miami. Indiana controlled for the first half in game flow. They were building up by basically 10-0 at halftime. Second half, Miami responded in the second half, largely through efforts of running back Mark Fletcher Jr. We won't talk about what he did after the game. We'll talk about that after, actually. Who scored twice and helped the Hurricanes within striking distance. Entering the fourth quarter, the game tightened and Miami narrowed the deficit and setting up a clutch finish. However, the decisive moments, pivotal play came in the fourth quarter when Indiana's Heisman Trophy winning quarterback, Fernando Mendoza, executed a critical 12-yard touchdown run on 4th and 4, extending Indiana's lead and essentially sealing the outcome. A late defensive play and interception by Indiana defensive back Jamal Sharp clinched the title in just under a minute remaining. Final score was Indiana 27, Miami 21. Key performers, Fernando Mendoza managed the game effectively and earned offensive MVP bonus. Mikhail Karma, Indiana, was a defensive MVP, and Mark Fletcher Jr., Miami, led Miami's comeback efforts with 2 rushing touchdowns and over 100 yards on the ground. Historical season, Indiana finished undefeated 16-0, a rare achievement in modern Division I football. Last accomplished in the 19th century, but didn't Michigan go undefeated when they won?
Yeah, but they cheated.
Oh, true. So it doesn't count. Doesn't count.
You're also, right. That was a 14 playoff, and now we have 12. So there's more games to be played. Even they could have gone 17-0 had not had the bye week.
That would have been crazy.
Yeah, I guess it's crazy to see Indiana win, considering, I mean, growing up and even just 5 years ago, Indiana was so bad. They had their moments here and there, like when Penix beat Penn State. And I guess this is the good side that you're seeing of NIL, is that schools like Indiana, who are just been in the basement for their entirety, have finally come to fruition and gotten a team together in a championship. That's something I never thought I'd see.
Managed their money well, got the old heads in. Said, hey, 5th-year seniors, COVID kids, come play.
Yeah, they got the Unks in there playing well. Mendoza, great way to cap off being the number 1 overall pick in the draft. Have fun in Vegas, potentially, if they keep that pick. And yeah, Carson Beck, have fun at Costco. I don't know if anybody's drafting you, man.
Not Costco. How do you feel? Because if I'm not wrong, the running back for Miami took a swing on someone after a game.
Oh, indeed he did. That's going to maybe come up in some pre-draft interviews.
Yeah, they never like that.
Oh, no. It's happening all the time. DK Metcalf punched a fan square in the face, so it's okay.
Yeah, and he didn't get in trouble. Yeah, I'm going to watch the video now, because I actually didn't watch it. I saw he did, though. Is it bad, you think?
I've seen worse. It's high-intensity game. But in that scenario, you just got to get off the field.
Yeah. You're literally like, it's a national championship. He should have had people taking him off the field, though, too, but I don't know how much this was after.
Indiana winning a national championship before Oregon is just another layer of insanity.
True. In this century before Penn State.
I mean, you could have never have saw this coming without NIL. Now, you never know. Some teams build a program over a couple of years, but hey, spending money is a lot faster. So they went out and got Signetti, who's now, I think, going to be there for life.
Mm-hmm.
They got something going there.
Yeah, and in 2 years, he was able to change the team. So that's crazy to me. It really is.
2 years. Even last year, they went to the playoff. They fell against Notre Dame, but that quick of a turnaround, I mean, it just kind of makes you wonder, why can't Coach Prime do that down in Buffalo?
True. Because sometimes it like
Colorado
let's be
tricks.
realistic, Hunter. It is just coaching too, and Coach Prime's a good motivator, but he's not a good great coach.
Signetti, he was at, I don't know, he was at James Madison, I think, before they went Division One. So he really worked his way up.
And that's crazy, but good to see, and I'm happy for him. Hopefully, like you're saying with NIL, we kind of keep seeing this not for SEC and Ohio State win every year, not Big Ten, even though they are a Big Ten team. Yuck.
3 in a row.
The Big Ten's really
Michigan,
here, huh?
Buck, Indiana.
Big Ten's
And I
the
would
new
not
SEC.
sleep on maybe Oregon getting back in there, maybe winning themselves the first natty with Dante Moore coming back. You also got USC who can spend big money and get back in it with Lincoln Riley. There's some good Big Ten teams there.
It'll be Big Ten
But
versus the
ultimately,
SEC for a while, huh?
oh yeah, we're gonna get that. They need to stop putting Group of 4 teams in. Tulane and James Madison, they're not ready to compete. I don't know. Maybe if you want to put one Group of 4, like Boise State is good every now and then, but those are just 2 wasted playoff spots in my mind.
Agreed. It'll be interesting. I want to make sure we won't get any comments. Make sure you guys are dropping a like if you're enjoying the content. We'll go into some non-football here. The Penguins game just started too. I'm about to throw it out on here in a bit. We have the F1 off season. Latest highlights from the last week. Audi's official 2026 car reveal happened last week in Berlin, which is really cool. It's for Audi Revolt R26. Reflects not only Audi's technical direction under new regulations, but also its branding ambitions, including a decisive livery that's already drawing significant attention from fans and media alike. Because we hate it, it's really just gray and black, so that's kind of funny. We also had Mercedes. Mercedes revealed a car. That was, when was that? Red Bull or Mercedes? Mercedes was today. Let me pull it up. I actually have a schedule I can go over it real quick. So we had Haas on the 19th, Audi on the 20th. Tuesday. Mercedes was today. Ferrari's tomorrow. Next week, Shakedown Week from the 26th to the 30th. Then we have Williams livery launch on the 3rd. We have Cadillac's livery launch during halftime of the Super Bowl on February 8th. And that'll be cool to see. We have McLaren and Aston Martin's February 9th, Monday. Then we have the pre-season tests in Bahrain, February 11th through the 13th, and February 18th through Feb 30th, before we have our first race early March, which is really exciting to see. We had Alpine shakedown of a 2026 A526 at Silverstone, early track site for them. McLaren confirmed 2026 reserve and development programs. McLaren signals that they are going to keep, I believe it's Paddle Award, which is cool to see. FIA addresses potential engine change protest, which we talked about before, how Mercedes was able to do a compression trick on their engines and get an extra quarter horsepower. Or might be, no, it's not. It's a quarter second a lap they get, but I believe it's like 3 horsepower, 4 horsepower. It's not much. It might be 12. The FIA publicly downplayed talk of a potential protest against engine performance at the 2026 season opening race in Melbourne. Media speculation has suggested that Mercedes and Red Bull could be operating within a regulatory gray area by effectively exploiting thermal expansion to achieve a higher compression ratio and thrust performance, more than competitors. Basically, what's happening, and the FIA is kind of done with this. They do the engine compression test at room temperature, not when the engine's hot, which we know it might just be idle temperature, and not when the engine's hot, like in race temp, which is how the cars run. The FIA emphasized that this situation is being reviewed, and that discussions with manufacturers aim to clarify compliance, signaling that any protest is unlikely to escalate dramatically before the season opener, because so many teams already have spent probably $600 million developing these engines so far. It takes a while to make changes. The topics reflect wider debates around how the new engine rules are interpreted and enforced. A lot of people are saying, well, FIA is going to do two things. They're either going to let everyone else do it, or they're going to say, you know, if you don't want to do it, don't do it, but next year we'll make it illegal. We just can't make it legal this year. Aston Martin reinforced long-term vision. Aston Martin made news this week with CEO Lawrence Stroll, describing the sport's ongoing evolution as an evolution journey. He remarks underline Aston Martin's commitment to long-term competitiveness under the 2026 regulations, especially with Adrian Newey. With preseason momentum, teams are finalizing car launch schedules, with several reveal dates confirmed through late January, like spoken about before. Technical rule changes, which is cool to see. Fan forums are also spotlight speculative. New series concepts, such as a potential V8, V10 Heritage class, reflecting parental interest in alternative racing formats tied to F1 personalities, which will be cool to see. We'll go into IndyCar offseason real quick, too. One, like I said, Pato O'Ward, McLaren F1 reserve role was one of the biggest stories in open wheel racing. That Arrow McLaren saying that Pato O'Ward will continue as reserve driver, like we talked about before, for the McLaren F1 team, which is really cool while still competing in full-time IndyCar. Arlington Race Week's concepts and fan experience. IndyCar has been promoting the inaugural Java House Grand Prix of Arlington, March 13th through 15th of 2026. Not just a race, but as an entertainment event. The series announced major concerts will be accompanying the race weekend, featuring artists like T-Pain and All Time Low. I think All Time Low plays at Indy too, so that's just interesting. As a new Good Ranchers concept series around the event. This reflects IndyCar's efforts to broaden fan engagement beyond traditional racing formats. Arrow McLaren partnership boosts commercial momentum. Off a track, McLaren Arrow has secured a significant commercial partnership ahead of the season. 2 strategic deals, one with Deloitte, and the other naming Republic Airways as the team's official air carrier. Be cool to see. With some broader context, we have an official 17-race season coming up with no IndyCar race in Mexico City, which is sad to see. Drivers like Scott Dixon and Alex Pillow in conversation as potential favorites heading into the new season, although formal competitive narratives won't fully crystallize until on-track action begins. We'll go on real quick to the Penguins. Make sure you're dropping a like if you enjoyed our content, and don't forget we have a Facebook in the description. We say when we go live for our sports show, a healthy living show, which we'll be bringing back within the next month, and our news show, which we have every week on Mondays at 8:30. The Penguins last Thursday beat Philly 6-3. Skinner was their MVP. Skinner was their goalie. Novak was their MVP. Saturday, they lost to the Blue Jackets 4-3 in a shootout. Silvers was their goalie. Crosby was their MVP. Monday, we beat Seattle 6-3 with Skinner as our goalie and D-War as our MVP. Yesterday, we smoked for Calgary. Let me check the score on that, so I don't remember off the top of my head. We beat the Calgary 4-1, which currently makes us 22, 14, and 11. And if I were to look how we are in the standings, we are second in the Metro behind Carolina. Carolina's first with 31, 15, and 4. Penguins in second. By the way, they have 66 points. The Penguins are in second with 59 points at 24, 14, and 11. Islanders in third at 59 tied, 27, 18, and 5. Philly in fourth, 55 points, 23, 17, and 9. Devils, 26, 54 points total, 26, 22, and 2. Washington not doing too well, 24, 21, and 6 with 54 points. Blue Jackets are second to last, 22, 20, and 7 with 51 points. Rangers in last, 21, 24, 6 with 48 points in the Metro.
We seem very comfortable in that second to last spot.
Yeah, let's recover real quick. So the Blue Jackets we're going to. Since last Thursday, they beat Vancouver last Thursday to go 4-1. Mazingas was their goalie, how do you say that, and he was their MVP. Saturday, you guys beat the Penguins 4-3 in shootout overtime. Mazingas was their goalie. Marchenko was their MVP. Tuesday, lost to Ottawa 4-1. making you guys 22 and 20 and 7. Mazingas was your goalie. Jenna was your MVP. I guess you guys are playing Dallas right now. Started at 7. We'll have to see how that score is going. Real quick.
There we go.
You guys are up 1-0.
This one's wild right now. Hopefully we can keep that lead. We got a crazy amount of blown double, a lot of blown multiple goal leads this season already.
Penguins had that issue for a bit. They had like 5 games in a row that they were blowing 3-point leads. It actually made me want to cry. But it may have been multiple. Some of them were 3, some of them were 2, I think.
Like a few weeks ago.
Oh, I can't watch the Penguins game on here. And then anything else with the Blue Jackets? Or are you good on them, Hunter?
Man, hopefully they get some momentum swinging here around April, but I don't know about this season. Seems to me they're not going to keep us on the edge of our seats till the last game like they did last year.
Yeah, and that's always fun to see. The Penguins were like that, I think, 2 years ago. But sometimes it's not on the cards. They ain't playing that well. And that happens. A lot of young guys and, guys get hurt. So, still got the goalie, but your defense really needs to help them out, it seems.
Yeah, it's the NHL. If you're going to let guys get all these shots in, some of them are going to find their way to the back of the net, These are professionals now.
Agreed. All right. I guess we can go into the Cavs real quick while we're here. Let me pull that up and see how the Cavaliers have been. Last Friday, they beat the 76ers 117-115. Tyson had 39 points. Jesus. Mitchell had 9 rebounds, and Mitchell had 12 assists. Monday, we lost to OKC 136-104. Mitchell had 19 points. Tyson had 10 rebounds. Mobley had 5 assists. That's not a good game from our team. Wednesday, we beat Charlotte 94, thank God, to 87, making us 25 and 20. Mitchell had 24 points. Mobley had 14 rebounds. Mitchell had 6 assists. We play Sacramento this Friday. Orlando Saturday. Orlando again Monday, and then LA next Wednesday. Before we go to this, I forgot to say what the next games are for these teams. So my bad. For the Blue Jackets, Saturday you guys play Tampa Bay at 7. Monday you play LA at 7, and then next Wednesday you play Philly at 7:30. And for Penguins fans out there, and we're playing Edmonton now at 9, tied 0-0. Sunday at 6 we play Vancouver, and Thursday after a big break we play Chicago at 7. All right, going into the Cavs. Sorry about that. And then the Cavs play Sacramento. I already said this. My bad about who the Cavs are playing next. How do you think the Cavs have been playing this year so far, Coach? Especially recently.
Pretty inconsistent. I mean, there's still some time to maybe get this thing back on the rails a bit. You got to play your best basketball down the stretch. Typically, those teams make deep playoff runs. It's kind of, like last year we started off, great. But when you start to get down the stretch, if you're hurt, if you're not playing well, playoffs are just a different animal. You're gonna get bumped. But I think if this team can hang on and play some good basketball and make it through the play-in tournament as a lower seed, you're going to be able to play some of these, higher seed teams earlier. And they can make a run for it, but right now they're just not playing consistent enough to be in the conversation. In a year where there's no Tatum, Halliburton's not there for Indiana, it's another open year. You got to get something going. The same kind of core squad's been around a while. Got to start making things happen late in the playoffs.
Agreed. We'll have to see how they do, if they can come together. Do we know how long Garland's out?
Couple of weeks, maybe. I don't know if it's months. He'll be important to get back, but basketball, it's such a long season that you kind of feel like, okay, if a guy's hurt right now and he has maybe a month or so to play and get ready for the playoffs, and that's actually a little bit more beneficial for you
Yeah, to actually
than
like rest up and heal.
you play amazing all season, but your body is burnt out by the time you get to the playoffs. You're not holding up.
Like Kawhi Leonard and Paul George, yeah.
Like,
I know, Bob.
remember that? Then there's the Nets when they had their trio. If anybody remembers that,
KG, Paul Pierce.
they had KD, Kyrie, and James Harden.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant the old trio. Did you? I said KG, Paul Pierce, Joe Johnson.
You go way back there. That's back like car seats.
So I guess Garland's going to be reevaluated around January 25th or 28th. I'm expected to miss multiple games. It's only a grade 1. Grade 1 great toe sprain.
We grading toe sprains now?
I'm praying for him, bro. I pray every night. That's a rough one to get through.
He should be calling Joe Burrow's doctor. Got him back on the field very quickly.
True. Some toe doctor in Cleveland making a lot of money in Ohio.
Oh, yeah. Toe doctors are having a moment. That and ACL doctors. Big vacations coming for those guys.
It's just like Donovan Mitchell is our only team catalyst, consistently leading scoring and playmaking. I like Mobley, his interior balance. Garland is really what hurts us. He's a great three-point shooter and kind of like a point guard, but we kind of keep the ball on Mitchell a lot. Hands. So we'll have to see, you know what I mean? And we traded some guys out, right? Like we don't have that other big guy we drafted a while back. So
Gonna have to see it out.
we are. That's really it for me. For the Penguins, by the way, they scored 3 times in actual short distance, which is crazy. Basically, holy crap, in 35 seconds, the Penguins scored 3 times, Hunter. Against Edmonton. The first goal was an Anthony Manta goal, as 15th of their season at 7:40. Then we had another goal from him, his 16th of the season, with 17:19 left. Then Sidney Crosby had his goal, 27th of the season, with 17:05 left in the first period. So they were just coming out of nowhere to score on these guys, and that is good to see. That's really it for us. All we have on our list, that's kind of covered most American sports. We didn't cover NASCAR this week because there wasn't much to cover besides like the playoff change we talked about last week. So make sure you watch last week's episode if you missed that. NASCAR is having the playoffs where they go back to the chase, how it used to be, not really this dumb elimination playoff series they've done for the last couple of years. So it'll be fun to see. We have F1 liveries coming out. And once again, more football this weekend for championship games. Not much on college football, but we also still have hockey and NBA going through. So spring training kicking off here soon. I'm really excited to see everything go down. Anything you want to say before the night's over, Hunter?
Stay warm. Go get that bread, milk, and salt.
Yup. Make sure you get that bread and milk because you need it. I already got it earlier this week, so I'll be okay. And I don't even get bread and milk anytime. I love that meme, though. Freaking Giant Eagle was posting about it. Everyone's like, I need to go out and get my bread. Like, relax, people. We'll be all right.
Oh, yeah.
I like soup, so. And I already have, like, my own little, like, emergency ration set up just in case power goes out. Easy money.
Oh, yeah. Some rations.
Heck yeah. Cook them in, like, I got this, like, camping cooker I could use if need be, but not too bad. We should be alright. It's going to be cold as balls. Really, it's just the South that's getting screwed by this, and they're not used to the winter, so makes a lot of sense. That's it for us, guys. I hope you have a great night, Ohio. Make sure you turn in to our Northeast Ohio, our week ahead news show on Mondays at 8:30. Make sure you drop a like if you enjoy the content. Subscribe if you're not already. Ring the bell to the bottom right if you want to be notified whenever we go live. We have a Facebook in the description if you could follow us on there. Like our content, share it if you enjoyed it. It really helps us out, go out to people. We also will be bringing back, like I said, the Healthy Living Show, but look on our Facebook for that. It might be this weekend, might be next weekend. That's it for me, Liam, on Northeast Ohio Sports Show. Hope everyone has a great night. We have one more day to the weekend, and it's going to be cold, so stay safe out there. Stay inside this weekend, And hope everyone has a great day. We might not even have school tomorrow, it seems, because we'll get like -11 wind chill. So be safe out there. Have a great night.
Ooh.